takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Ryan. The receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First carry now. This is Hill. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
On the stop.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Forced out to his left. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Ryan. This is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Falcons Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
At their own 22-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he stopped immediately there.
Brady Jarrett on the stop.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 7, Bengals nothing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
The 49-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
46-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14. Bengals nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. Well, only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
John Ross, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Falcons 14. Bengals 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down. His time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And able to find Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Burrow on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain
23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
He's brought down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Geno Atkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His throw caught. At the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 14. Randy Bullock.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Again, they run with Gurley. And they'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go with Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 8 yards. Another 3 and out.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Turnover on downs.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
No gain on the play.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
11-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They're on the 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable.